Bethany Pendley with Living Water Farmstead, and I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour of what we're currently doing on the farmstead. I'm not going to tour everything, but just kind of what we're currently getting into. Don't mind the mess. It's an absolute disaster right now. We just had a birthday party / baby shower this last weekend, and it's been so hot, and my husband's been working on this project pretty much every day since then. And so anyways, over here we've had our swing here for about a year, and then our sandbox for the kids. All that's going to be moved. If you look behind me, you can see some wood posts. And essentially what we're doing is we're building it's a total altogether, minus the dog space, a 70-foot by 60-foot space in this area. Over here you have our 4 turkeys right now, just chilling. And pardon me, I'm out of breath because it's so hot and I'm so pregnant, if you can't see the big old belly. So forgive me for sounding like I've just ran a marathon. But anyways, out of that 70 by 60 foot, 20 by 60 of it is going to be dedicated to the turkeys. And then the rest of it is going to be dedicated to, we have 2 geese back here and 4 ducks, and it's going to be dedicated to them. And so right now they're ready to get out of this pen. We're working as fast as we can, but right now our ducks and our geese are in here with their little pools. Well, hello. Very vocal. And then our big chickens have been in this. They free range during the day. This is pretty small for them, but just spending the night in it isn't a big deal. And so they're actually going to be moved out of that. And we have a hoop coop. I'll show you that in a minute. It's on the other side of the RV. We have a hoop coop that they're going to go in with the teenagers, and we're going to combine everybody. We do have, I think I only have 6 quail left. We've had some escapees, and we had a neck injury with one of them. And so anyways, temporarily we're going to move them in here to give them a little bit more space. But ultimately, after we get the fenced-in area set up for the turkeys and everything, this whole run here is going to be for the quail. Obviously, we've got a lot of gaps at the bottom right now, and so we'll have to fix that, and we'll make it more predator-proof and more suitable for tiny quail. Originally, what the ducks are staying in was going to be for the quail, but we're just going to actually leave that there and utilize that as maybe some shelter for the ducks and the quail and things like that, and just not move it and just basically take this large one. This large one we were going to turn into a greenhouse, but we're already at the end of, we're in the heat of the summer. I mean, it's August now, and so we tried to do some plants. My chickens destroyed them. We didn't get around to making this the greenhouse, so we're just going to make this for the quail, and then next year we're going to just try to start over fresh, and we're probably going to buy one that is specifically a greenhouse already instead of trying to make one of those a greenhouse. So this whole area will become turkeys and waterfowl. And then over here, I forgot to show you this over here. So I hope I'm getting this lined up right. But we have this pole over here, and then the one in the corner over here. And we're going to build off of that. I think we decided on 30 by 30, maybe 35 by 30, something like that. And that's going to become the dog run. I have a basset hound who, she just follows her nose, and we don't have enough, like the fencing we do have, all it is barbed wire, and she walks right under it. And so I've caught her on the other side of the fence in the front with a 70, 75 mile an hour highway, and just feet away from being hit. And so right now she's tethered, and I hate that for her, but that's just for her safety until we can get her area finished. And once we get her area finished, we'll build her a nice little house, and during the winter insulate that, and during the summer, want me to hold her? And during the summer, I might see if I can figure out some sort of AC for her, maybe. We'll see. She does come inside periodically, but being in an RV, it is difficult, and with a newborn coming, she's a little rough, and so we just have to be careful with her. Also, for the waterfowl, we have dug a huge hole. This is going to be their pond. I'm super excited about it. We're still trying to figure out filtration and circulation for it. You know, we don't want to... Do you need some help? You got it? Okay. We don't want to just fill it up and leave it, because that's a recipe for a whole lot of nastiness. He wants me to show you Lacey and Marshmallow. Yeah.
I want you hold when you were on a mat, and when you hold it.
He wants me to hold Lacey now. Lacey has been broody, but she also eats her eggs. Can you explain yourself? No.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna put Lacey down so she can go eat. I'm not gonna hold Marshmallow. I'm gonna check for eggs here. Let me see. Oh, we do have some eggs. Thankfully, she has not eaten them all. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, go ahead and back up so I can close this. I don't want to hurt you. So also, after time is against us right now, because I'm 35 weeks, and you know, assuming I come on time, I went to almost 42 weeks with my third, but assuming I come at 40 weeks, we have less than 5 weeks left to finish all the fencing, clean everything up, and I still have a whole lot to do for the baby and getting that, you know, postpartum and the inside of the RV prepared. That being said, we were actually planning on moving the RV. We still plan on moving the RV. We have, you're gonna see my plants. They're dying. Don't judge. It's been a year. So this landing strip we have behind our RV is actually where we're going to move our RV. We want it to be above the septic tank to make it easier, you know, gravity go down to empty the black tanks. And so, I know, poor plants. And so eventually we're going to have to move this thing, which means essentially packing up again, so that we can close all the slides in. We have 4 slides. It's a pretty big RV. And so we can close all that in, and it won't take long to move it. We got to get road base down on here, though. That's another reason, is because we want a more sturdy foundation instead of it just being on the dirt, because settling every time it rains, you know, that sort of thing. The next thing is that we're going to have to rent a trencher, because we have to get the rest of our electrical wiring underground. And then also our water pipes, because right now we just have a really long water hose from our well. And we need to get that underground before winter. Otherwise, we're going to freeze and we're not going to have water. And that's not good. And so we shall see. So this is our hoop coop that we've built. The tarps are old. We need to get some new tarps. This is where all the chickens are going to be combined. We do move this thing periodically. Go ahead and let her down, baby. We do move this thing periodically. We got to put the wheels on it to make it easier. But we move it so that when they are in there for longer periods of time, they're not just destroying the ground. We're trying to be careful with that sort of thing because we don't want them to just decimate the ground. We want to try to keep things more regenerative. I'm probably not pronouncing that properly. Anyways. Oh, he wants me to show you our extremely ginormous banana spider. Make sure I've got it in there. It's huge. They are not venomous, but I do hear they have a nasty pinch. Regardless, it's huge and I don't want anything to do with it, but we've left it in peace. So anyways, that's where we're at right now. Here's some more remnants from our party. We have a lot of work to do and the heat does not help. But I have faith that we're at minimum going to be able to get the fenced in area done for the waterfowl, the turkeys, and the dogs. We may just have to wait to move the RV until after the baby's here, because really the next step is probably going to need to be getting all the piping underneath ground, because usually, well, it's Texas. It's really just depends on the year. But if you Google it, our first freeze can be about November. And so, you know, we want to make sure we get those pipes underneath ground before that first freeze. And so this RV just may not be moved when we want it to be. We were hoping before the baby gets here, but I just don't see that happening. But it's okay. We will survive and we will figure it out. And then I also need to figure out how to winterize the RV. That is a whole other topic. So anyways, that's what's going on right now. We're just trying to hang in there and basically persevere through it, through the heat, persevere through the weekends. We're not, we have a church that we like, but we haven't been going because we're just utilizing every opportunity we have. My husband has off work to get this stuff done. And today being Saturday, he's actually working overtime. And so tomorrow we're just gonna continue working. We're actually gonna get up, in theory, really, really early, like right before the sun starts coming up, because I have to go through, and I need his help, go through our storage unit. It's a shipping container, so it's super hot in there, and find all my baby stuff, at least what I have left, because we didn't think that we were having another, so I got rid of a lot of stuff. But there's still things in there that I really need, and I'm not quite sure exactly where they're at. So we're going to try to tough that out tomorrow morning before it gets really, really hot, which is probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock is our cutoff time. And then he's going to jump right back on to getting the fencing done. And I'm going to come inside, decompress a little bit, probably make breakfast, and then hop back into trying to get this RV, the inside of this RV, ready for laboring. So give us prayers, lots of prayers. Other than that, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all the things. And I will see you next time. Y'all have a blessed day.